Okay. I was saying I was speaking of, I was telling my Shambo's sister, and I was telling her, explaining to her about the perennial wisdom, and I asked her, what does perennial mean? And what did you say, Lisa?
No, every so many years.
Every so many years, or every year,
Year.
and I mean, but then I talked to you about it, and it says what? What does it mean?
Um,
All the time,
all
always, eternal, all the time. Okay, so it's a perennial wisdom. It's some wisdom that's always there. Then I was just about to tell her that in some Christian, nominally Christian circles, there are people who debate, like for example, even some of the best of the Christian clerics, like Thomas Merton, the mystic Catholic of last century, they have they see other traditions as inferior to their Christian tradition, yet they do see goodness and brotherhood among men in other places, India, for example, or Africa, and they say, "Wow, how did they?" Well, they managed to do that despite the advantages of our Christian thing. But I have to say, you know, what the perennial wisdom means is, although Christianity will take you there, so will all the others, and so it doesn't have any inherent supremacy. It may have some supremacy actually in its fundamental message, in terms of which one is the most close to Rita Dharma, and that's another matter. But in general, this idea that Christians have that they're superior is, well, not speaking of the theology, but just speaking of the reality in the ground is real big falsehood. But the thing is that any of the religions of the fundamental root religions will lead you to wisdom and eventually to transcendental knowledge and peace, if you and the kingdom of heaven, if you follow them religiously. But following means doing, it means practicing. And there are other Christian tradition groups, Christian denominations that live in blind dogmatism of the superiority of both their vehicle and their practice. And this is heresy, and totally false and depraved, actually, arrogant and of the ego. So, it doesn't mean anything wrong with Christianity, but don't conflate people who call themselves Christians with Christianity and don't see any difference between Christianity and any other religion. If they're actualized, then the root that connects all is manifest. So that's that message. Actually, that wasn't meant to be a video broadcast or anything. I'm just saying that because I was telling Lisa and I wanted to note it down for posterity in case I forget it later, which I usually don't remember what I say until I say it again. Sayonara, beloved friends.